So since I talked about Jurassic Park, I might as well talk about Spielberg's other creature feature, Jaws. Since I was lucky enough to see it in a theater this past weekend. They were doing showings of it because this year is the 40th anniversary of that film. And they were showing it for Father's Day, and I believe they're showing it this Wednesday. They're showing it in select theaters around the country, so check your theater to see if they're showing it. So this is actually the first time I've sat down and watched Jaws as an adult. I've seen it on TV as a kid, but I don't really remember it that well. Of course I knew about the scenes that everybody knows about, but I never actually sat down to watch the entire thing as an adult. Or even as a teenager, really. I don't know why, I just never did. So the story, as you may know, is about this great white shark terrorizing this beach town on a place called Amity Island where the tourism is all about the beach. So of course having a big shark around is really bad for business. So the mayor wants to keep the beaches open, and one of our main characters, Sheriff Brody, has to deal with that. And eventually things get really out of hand and they need to capture and kill this shark. Now for the most part, this movie does still hold up. The suspense is still there and you understand the tension that these characters are going through. I don't really think this movie would work without the three main characters and their clashing personalities. You have Sheriff Brody, who is afraid of water, Hooper, an oceanographer that loves sharks, and then Quint, which is this salty old fisherman. The first half of the movie mostly takes place on land, but then you go to the second half where you have those three characters on a boat together, just trying to find this shark and kill it. And especially during this one scene where they're just talking to each other and showing each other their scars, and then they sing and then the shark attacks. You just feel really close to them at that moment because like you get really personal and then shit goes down. Now the effects of the movie don't hold up quite as well. There is something I completely forgot about though, and that's the fact that they actually use live great white shark footage at one point. And they mix it in with Bruce the fake shark. So it's kind of like what they did with the animatronics and the CGI in Jurassic Park. Except this was almost 20 years earlier. And plus sharks are actually still alive. Nowadays there's quite a lot of criticism towards Jaws because it started the whole fear of sharks. And I can definitely understand that because sharks are a vital part of the ocean environment. But I can't really blame the movie for that. It's meant to be a suspense thriller. Jaws is just really a good suspenseful movie. So congratulations to its 40th anniversary. And if you haven't seen Jaws, give it a watch. You might be surprised that it still holds up. So tell me your thoughts on Jaws in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye. I'd like to give thanks to all of my patrons this month. Your pledge really means a lot, so thank you. And if you'd like to become a patron, click the annotation. And if you want to see more video game stuff, click on the playlist. And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching.